Well, it's that time of the year again. Another Invictus launch week. So, another leaked ship. This time the RSI Scorpius. First off, we got these 4 missile tubes on each side. Now, I'm personally not a fan of missile tubes or restricting the missiles in any type of way, because that means you won't be able to swap them out for things like fuel tank drop pods or rocket pods in the future. Next, I want to show you where the maneuvering thrusters are. It's kind of hard to see because it's a little bit broken up, but this is them right here, 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 and here. Then you go around the back. They're here, 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 and right here. So there's 8. I'm not a big fan of maneuvering thrusters being on these kind of wings. A bit like the Talon, they can be shot off and then you're left with a little bit of a handicap. You look like you might have your flares and chaff, or whatever CIG is calling it today, right here, and on this side as well. Now it's kind of hard to figure out exactly which size guns these are. Maybe size 2s seems to be what everybody's suggesting. Although the ones on this little turret almost look bigger than the ones over there. It's kind of hard to tell. It'd be hard to see this as a heavy fighter if these are all size 2s and the ones on the wings are all size 1s. You got your main engines right here, these little square cutouts. Now, if you haven't noticed, the remote turret right here, as it says in that little image from Invictus, can go back on this rail. Actually, it's much like the Javelins. It can go on this rail, and looks like it can even go all the way down here. But in this concept image, you can also see another Scorpius with that remote turret firing backwards. Now, I got excited when I saw these wings because I thought maybe they were flaps. They still could be. You can see how there's actual cutouts on all of them. How a shape like this would work on a planet, that's left to be determined. Now, I know everyone wants to know, can they fold like an X-Wing? But you can see under here some sort of like mechanism that it looks like that could possibly be used for making it going up and down. You can see the everything right here. Almost looks like it would fold, but not. It wouldn't be able to go too far because these would come in contact with each other. But if you look real closely, here's the bottom of the wing right here, and it's on this little pylon. It almost looks like it could rotate, and all of them look like this. It's circular right here where these little winglets are. So it makes me think this thing could flip back, kind of like a reverse UWing. So all these wings could potentially just flip back for some sort of landing mode, which would look pretty cool and make it a little bit more compact for carriers. Speaking of landing gear, I would have to assume the landing gear would be right here for the front. Then it'd have some in the wings over here and over here. It's just kind of hard to tell on this model. As for component access, it looks like all the ones, at least the ones I can see, are all on the bottom, which is a godsend. CIG has been getting into the habit of putting a lot of components on fighters on the top of the ship where they're going to get hit the most. Not only that, they keep putting the most vital components on the top. So hopefully this ship has them all on the bottom. Another potential reason why they might be coming out with this ship is because of the long-awaited feature of being able to change your weapon firing modes much like you can on a turret. So they are sequential. So you can imagine those Badgers or whatever those are on the wings firing sequentially, a bit like an X-Wing. It'd be a bit more like an X-Wing to put maybe M4As on there. But I guess they thought it would look a little bit too much like an X-Wing and don't want that Disney harassment. So they threw that remote turret up there too. Overall, it's a cool looking ship. I tried to find the specs for it so I could get components and things like that, but unfortunately they're not posted yet. It says just a hollow viewership right now. And that is all for today.